All right, what's up, everybody? Hopefully, everybody had a great week and you're managing your risk. Cool. Okay, so what we're going to talk about today is how to prepare yourself for this Christmas rally. I think everybody out there is so excited to look for a bullish Christmas rally and, just make all-time highs and let's hit 5K on ES and, NQ breakout to that 1800 level and so many bullish expectations, right? So if you guys don't know what Christmas rally is, Christmas rally begins that week of and normally on Christmas Day. So I don't know how this week is going to play out, but it's definitely in that sentiment range of the week where we are looking for a Christmas rally in specific. And I say that because it's what it's known for in the stock markets. Every December, on the week of the last week of Christmas week, it begins a Santa rally, and then on Christmas Day, that's when like a lot of the news articles will come out, and a lot of the hype behind it is gonna be posted and stuff. So we're going to look forward to some of the movements, but I also want you guys to be aware of what we're facing, right? So you always want to look in the past to see what can potentially happen in the future, and not what can potentially happen, but what you should be ready for. First of all, we had Jerome Powell speak about the inflation and about interest rates. And, this market really did feel it. Okay. So I'm going to go on the 4 hour here on ES to just kind of show you guys what happened, right? So we had hit this all-time high right here on ES, and then everybody was getting ready for, for the upcoming days of December. And, everybody's looking forward for this Christmas rally, and everybody's waiting for the Jerome Powell speech and all this stuff, right? So we had a nice little downtrend here, and then we had a catalyst happen with the Omicron virus thing. It was the beginning of like the news articles up here, and then like the negativity that was coming out already, seeing that there's more cases being brought up, and the numbers are just going higher and higher, and that it's worse than the Delta, and that it's worse than the COVID, and that there's vaccine here, and then there's no vaccine there, and this one helps, and this one, it's just all kinds of stuff, right? So knowing what's happening in the past and how to get ready for the future is kind of something that we should all, be doing our homework on, right? Don't take me for my word. Go ahead and go research and go search up the news articles, right? And then we had the Jay Powell speak right here at this level. And then we have this bullish run all the way into these levels, okay? Oh, nope, sorry, not that one. Right here. We made this like crazy all-time high, and then it's just been wild, right? Yeah, I think it was that one, if I'm not mistaken. And then it's just like literally everything just went back red. We made this all-time high, and it got a little wild. Okay, so the market here, like NQ, just had a crazy run right here, and then again try to break above, but we couldn't. We were at a supply level, and then just gave it all up, right? So same thing on ES, and then you find the same run just basically everywhere. So we have that. Okay, so we have the reaction of the news already. This was the Omicron, and this was the Feds, and then now we have the Santa rally, right? Which you're looking for this, or you're looking for this. One of the two is going to happen. Okay, the next candle will always be red or green, and it's your job to figure out where the direction is going to be and what you're coming up against and who you're with and who you're against. Okay. By that, I mean is, are you with the Bulls or are you against the Bears? Are you with the Bears and against the Bulls? Okay. And it's all about determining where that specific level is going to be to break above or to break below. Okay. So don't get biased. Don't choose a side. Go run with the side that's running, whether it's up or down. That takes your job as a trader to follow that trend and identify, right? So I'm here to provide you with some good value, with some good knowledge as to what you're facing and how we can potentially trade into this coming week, right? You guys all know that I don't like all-time high levels. I don't like posting them. I like posting things that have great risk to reward. Sometimes these are still in a downtrend and I'm waiting for that change of direction to be able to get into something that I can swing into the next couple of days, because I want to focus on value versus trying to scalp a day trade. You know, for like an example, if I search up, let's just go to Apple, because everybody out there from here all the way to Egypt trades Apple. And then I go on the smaller time frame, right? I'm going to 5 minutes because this is what everybody does, right? So my goal is not to trade this little run right here, okay? The break of that pre-market, what everybody is waiting for. My goal is to grab something bigger, okay? Grab something bigger that's going to make sense and say, hey, this is my entry. This is my take profit. Okay, you guys know that that's kind of what I look for, and that's what I like to plan for. I like to plan things that, you know, have potential to reverse. So the way that I'm going to trade this market is first and foremost, I'll give you your first tip, right? And I already gave you guys the information that you need, right? So Omicron, reaction. Fed reaction. Santa, the Santa Claus rally, the Christmas rally, however you want to call it, it's either going to go up or it's going to go down, okay? We can definitely go range, of course. There's nothing that's stopping it from going range as well. But we're in this market, and this year is about to end, and a lot of people are, you know, either one, not trading, okay, because of tax purposes. Again, I'm not a financial advisor nor a tax advisor, so you guys go do that due diligence. Number two, we do have a lot of retail traders coming in this week. Number three, we have a lot of negative catalysts here that's creating volatility, okay? Number four, we have the new year that's about to start, and we're going to look for things that have value going into next year, okay? So a few things to look out for, guys. Make sure that you're fully prepared for this. The main thing about this week is that there's going to be a lot of retail traders coming in and trading patterns and you know, smaller time frame bull flags, smaller time frame pennants, things like that, channels, bear flags. All these things are going to play out, guys, okay? I've even talked about this in Thanksgiving, the last time we made a video. Any week that's basically a holiday, you want to look for retail traders to come in and for a lot of the patterns to play out more than, you know, 90% of the time, okay? So with the ES being at these levels, I guess the biggest thing that I want to give you guys is the break above and break below sentiment, okay? So we have a nice downtrend from this all-time high, okay? And this here is a nice little base that was created before the Powell speech, right? So check this out. So 46.30 to that 46.37, okay? If you want to round it off, do 46.40. Break above, we're bullish in the market, okay? Remember this. Now we're going to use this piece right here. So I'm giving you guys the chart, okay? So 45.94 and 46.02. Break this and we're coming down, all right? This is very simple. This is how you can identify those areas where things are going to change, okay? We're bearish, we're bullish, okay? As long as we're above, the sentiment will be bullish. As long as we're below, the sentiment will be bearish. If this thing decides to stay in this area, A lot of stocks may range trade and a lot of stocks may not have a lot of follow through. And this is what I mean, that the patterns will play out. The bull flag pattern will break out, but then once it comes back to retest, it may fail that retest or just stay in that range of that bull flag, and it won't continue its momentum. That's what I mean by retail traders, because only retail traders come in, they trade that bull flag, they run it up, and then they take profit, and then they're done. So there's no more money coming into the market. There's not a lot of big money that's going to be coming into the market anyways the rest of these couple of weeks, because it's at the end of the year, it's a new year, tax purposes and all this stuff. So again, you guys go do your research. So this is the number one thing about ES. So remember that, guys. All right. So here's my alerts. And then here's my next alert. I'm just setting up some random alerts so that I know when I'm in a bullish trade that the market in general is going to be bullish. I have the alerts down here for the bottom now. I do have some already set. And again, if I'm in a bearish position, I'm definitely going to be trading and to the downside and then getting those alerts. Just because something is in the market bullish doesn't mean it has to be. And I'm talking about the Santa rally, right? So never get biased. Just make sure that you can identify the levels where we're going to break above and stay bullish, or break below and stay bearish. Okay. So it's almost the same concept with NQ. So I'll give you the levels here for NQ. NQ, this would have to break right here. So this is your 1590. Yeah, 1590 and 1595. Okay. Break above, we're bullish. Once we start breaking below this piece right here, we'll be bearish. So 1570, 157.30, 157.68. Okay. So remember that. I have alerts on the top side. All right. RTY is another one. It's a big one that I'm going to be having alerts on. And RTY, again, small caps, you guys know that I've been bringing this up a lot in the past videos. And we tried to break above right here at one point, and I was able to swing trade this and then take profits right there around these levels. And I tried buying the dip again on IWM, but got stopped out, and that's okay. So now what we have here is we have this demand right here on the candle bodies, which is your 2158, okay? And then your 22. So the break above this 2215, 2210, it's going to be long. Break below that 2158, it's going to be bearish. Okay, we're barely hanging on, and the previous move is a doji right there at this all-time high with the almost like the three black crows, followed by a drop base, and it could drop and it could rally. So either one, it's going to happen. So whichever one comes first, I don't mind, but just remember that RTY has been trading sideways for such a long time, and then now we have a pattern here. We have a doji, we have the three black crows, so we have a drop base, and we could drop or we could rally. Either one is going to be fine. If this drops, it's going to be a heavy drop just because we've been basing out for like a whole year. Okay, so basically one whole year of range trading for RTY is very big, actually, because the bigger the range is, the bigger the break will be, and the more aggressive that the move will be. Plus, right here, there was a lot of volume that came into the market for RTY. So once this breaks, that is going to be the directional move of that particular volume. The directional move, meaning that there was probably more sellers here involved if we break to the downside. But at the same time, just because there were sellers, there was a multiple of buyers, that those buyers will take control and then bring it back up to where it should be, which is around your 23 to 23.30 area. So just keep in mind, RTY, guys, set alerts on this. I think RTY has a better setup when it comes to the futures that can potentially just break down aggressively or just rally on up very aggressively, okay? So now that we have all the futures out the way and the information that you may need in order to look at this market entirely different this week, I want to point out a few plays here today that it can potentially give you some great reward and something that you should probably keep an eye on for the rest of the week. Okay, first and foremost is ARC. What I'm going to point out here is the 4 hour. Again, we've been downtrending here for quite some time. We closed bullish on Friday, okay? So if you don't know some of the tickers that are below ARK, you need to go search them. As soon as you watch this video, make sure you go and look at the holdings of the ARK, basically Cathy Woods, a lot of her holdings. If you go and look, a lot of her holdings have this nice green candle, okay? This is the one thing that you guys should be looking for, okay? Now, I really wish I can go a little more in depth on this, but I'm not. Again, this will be your guys's opportunity to go do some homework, right? Anyway, so ARK, break of like that 97.80 and the hold of 96. I think this will be a nice bullish play to the top side. The bigger target that I have would be up here, this 103.50. But on the way up 100 to 101, and then from there 102.50 to that, again, that 103.50. So ARK is going to be a big top watch, along with the biggest holding that it has is Tesla, which right here you have like a falling wedge, and everybody is watching this. So I'm not taking all the glory for this. It's just I'm pointing it out for you guys. You guys all make sure to keep on your list. If ARK is pumping and you can't trade Tesla, trade ARK. Okay. So as you can see, I already have my alerts, but I guess you guys don't need levels for this. You guys all know how to trade a falling wedge. Basically, you want to take it like this. This is kind of like the future of a falling wedge. Okay, so make sure you guys check that out. Right. The other one that I have on top of my watch list is Disney. I really do like Disney as a company and growth wise in general, long term. I started loading up on shares down here at these 140. So while it was coming down, I was loading up here. I am green on my shares, which is amazing. And I'm going to be holding these things till they go up to like 500 someday, right? Potentially, hopefully, that does happen. Okay. But anyway, so I have a nice channel down here, and we did have a recent breakout right here of 147.60 area, where 147.60, 50 area, where it ran all the way as high as 154.50. And then we created a nice channel with lowering volume, with rising volume here, giving its retest. So if this thing just goes something like this, I would be more than happy to trade this on the bullish side. And I do look forward to buying it around 146.50, and 146 is the lowest that I will go. Below 146, I am not looking bullish. If this thing, for example, does something like this and then comes back up to 146, I will still look at the same level and buy it here for the run back up. Okay, so these levels do not change, guys. This is an important level here, so it's going to stay important. The break above the 150, though, it's going to be the area where it's going to break off that channel, and then the target is going to be the top, which is your 154 to 154.50. Once you break this level, though, Disney will have a nice run to the top, just because it's a rally with the channel, and then it's going to keep on trending up and creating a staircase pattern. So Disney is still a great stock. It should be on your watch list every day, just because of the value that it has. PayPal is the other one that has amazing risk to reward here. And there's a lot of accumulation happening here. If you guys don't know what accumulation phase is, there is a video on this that was recently made. And if there isn't, I will double check and I'll definitely make one. So anyways, right here, I like this 185 level to 186. I don't want anything lower below the 185. 190 is going to be the break. And you have 195 and then 197.40. 197.50 around there. PayPal is a great stock to keep an eye on a daily basis, guys. Okay, watch out for news, watch out for volume, watch out for patterns that are being created intraday, and just trade them, guys. Like, I've been buying this thing on red candles almost like every day, and it's still making some good profits on a daily basis. You can scout PayPal calls, but right now I wouldn't be trading puts or even looking at puts for this. It's still making buyer wicks here, The pressure is being built up inside here between this like 185 and 190. So this is a good level to start looking for a breakout, okay? TWLO is another one that I've been watching as well. It's just kind of, been downtrending here, and it finally had a nice green day on Friday. So if this thing can just break Okay, even this wick, that 270, what is this, 276.80? Oh. And that 273 area, right? If it can just break above right here, there's a good potential that it may hit that 290, the 300, the 303, and even the 314.15. TW Low is still a great company as well. And it's, again, like I said, it's been downtrending like crazy. And I'm just waiting for the reversal. So any opportunity that I get to break up a trend line, then that's the opportunity for me to get in TW Low. The sentiment will need to be with you, a nice bullish sentiment in market in general, just to create a lot of buying momentum all across the board. So TW Low is one to keep an eye on, guys. Even if it rejects, you still have opportunity to trade puts here on the rejection if we can't hold here. If we can't hold again 273, just start shorting below 273, because the trend is your friend, and I'm just waiting for the bullish change of trend while you guys can still grab puts. Okay, so make sure you look for that. All right, so CRWD, another one that's been downtrending. Look at this, from 298.50 all the way to this level, and it finally started basing, right? Let me show you something very, very important here. Look at this piece right here. Okay, look at how it slowed down right here and it started getting bought up, right? So anything above 203. Okay, I'm gonna repeat that again. Anything above 203, look for a bullish play. That's it. That's all I have for you on CRWD. Anything above 203. Okay, right now we're at 205. Anything above 203, look for a bullish play. That's all I got for you on CRWD. Roku, part of the ARC, definitely hit some weekly levels down here at this 200. So make sure you guys come in here and look at some of these levels. If you want to dip buy, I'd say around 220 to 223. This would be a nice dip buy opportunity if you guys wanted to take this long. And just make sure it doesn't go anything lower below 220. Kind of look for something like this. Okay, so part of the ARC. And same thing with SQ. SQ is still on a heavy downtrend. There's no sign of, going back up, but there was heavy volume on Friday, like aggressive. So if this thing can just break above that high, look for a bullish setup as well. And your target should be right here, right there. Okay. CDOC, like I said, part of the ARC. Look at the aggressive volume that came in. And if it could just stay above that piece right there, just that, here's your next target, 102.30. And then from that, you want to look for the next one, 107. Boom, very easy, right? Very simple. And it's all just about looking at the nice bullish candles and then looking at the sector in general that's going to be bullish. I think another one is spot as well. Yeah. See all the green candles for ARC. So just giving you guys a little heads up on that. The other one that I want to watch is BAC. For this one, it's very simple. There's no specific setup in it just yet, but the range over 45 and then the bottom 43.50. Okay, make sure you guys set those alerts. It's going to be a break below or the break above. Otherwise, leave it alone and don't trade the inside movements. Okay, if you want to get in here at the bottom and just ride it back up, by all means. If you get in here and grab a put and drive it back down, by all means, but just be aware that your stop loss is right above. You can give yourself 10-15 cents depending on the type of trade that you're taking as well. Give yourself 15 to 20% stop loss, but don't let it go above or below if you're on the opposite direction. So great setups here. The other one is Shop. This one is a little bit more for anyone with a bigger account. It's definitely right here at a demand on the weekly time frame. Is on the last wick, the 13 level. So as you can see here were some buyers right here about 12. What was this? 1287. All the way to that 13. So Shop can be a nice momentum mover for anyone with a big account. if you just, I mean, I don't know how it's going to look pre-market, but what I would do for something like this is the break of this 1330. Okay, sorry, 1327. That would be my long trigger for to go up, and my target would be way up here. It sounds like a huge target, but shop is, it has high wide spreads, so it makes it a high risk type of play. So you just got to be careful with shop, okay? But the break below the 13, I think it's probably going to have a bigger flush. If it does have a bearish sentiment in the market in general, it can be very aggressive, and shop is a big ticker, so it can have that quick drop to the downside, and it'll catch people's attentions if that were to happen. I wouldn't be on the put side on this, but if it does drop aggressively and it's going, I would definitely get in for a nice move to the downside. But I think for something like this, I would be more bullish than anything else, just because it has a lot of demand. So break above that 1327, guys. Anything above that level, if you want to stay focused, 1340 for a safer one, okay, and go long. All right, for shop. Anyone with a big account, don't trade this if you have a small account, guys. Believe me, you don't want to do this. So yeah, this will be the last one that I have for you guys. Like I said, this week, I would be looking for, a lot of patterns that are being created in the market, and, look for retail crew to come in and just take things, to the top or to the bottom, whatever the case may be. These guys are, these are pattern traders that we're talking about. Retail crew like to trade the crossovers on the EMAs, and, the divergence plays and RSI plays and things like that. So a lot of the times those things work out, and that's what I mean by a retail trader. Okay, so be aware that patterns can play out and will play out more than 90% this week. And yeah, I recommend trade safe, guys. If you don't know how to trade volatility due to a lot of the news that's happening, please stay out and do some research and learn before you come in here and start trading options that are very risky for yourself and your accounts, okay? Don't want you to build bad habits, and don't want you to get any type of bias while you're trading in this market, because this market will fake you out based on any volatility, just like it did when Powell came in. There's a lot of people who were confused. So be aware, guys. ARC, Disney, PayPal, TWLO, CRWD, BAC, and Shop are some of the great setups that are out there right now. I know there's a lot more, guys. I didn't really talk about some of the tech. I don't find so much value in the FANG stocks right now. But at the same time, I'm sure you guys can figure out those levels. I think the FANG stocks are the most talked about, throughout all social media and through many servers out there, Discord servers, or just any platform that you are trading in. These are the most traded. So there really is no reason for me to give you some of these levels just because it's going to be posted by everyone else out there. So yeah, be aware, guys. There's a lot going on in the economy. There's a lot of ship changing happening with the markets in general, and inflation, and this new Omicron virus, and the Delta, and the COVID, and the vaccines, and the Santa Claus rally. So there's a multiple of things happening on there. So just be aware. Trade the setup, guy. Don't trade the bias of the setup, but trade it once it breaks above or below. Be patient. Do not take early entries. Do not swing for the fences, okay? Be aware of what the market is doing. Learn to adjust and adapt to what it's doing, and trade with the flow, okay? Don't trade against it. If it's going against you, simply stop out. Don't overthink things. Don't overcomplicate it. Make it simple. Here's your entry. Here's your stop loss. Here's your target. And then you start trailing the minute you go green. Okay. If it wants to keep going, you're still in. Okay. Make it that simple. There's no need to hold below your stop loss. There's no need to hold all the way to the top. It's a matter of, if it hits your first profit target, start thinking of already getting out. Okay. No need to bag hold anything in this market, guys. You can't get rich overnight. You can't get rich within 5 minutes. You definitely can't get rich in 30 minutes. Okay. So be aware. But anyways, I hope you guys have a great week, and set some alerts and wait for the market direction. Okay. If you are uncomfortable, stay out. It's okay. You don't need to trade every single day. If you are comfortable, by all means, push your limits. Okay. So I'll leave you guys with that. Y'all guys have an amazing week, and let us know how more we can assist you guys to provide you with some great value into the next coming weeks. All right. So let's kick off the rest of this week green, and I'll see you guys on the next video so we can kick off the new year. All right, guys, have a good one.